This is 4 Weddings, where we get to enjoy the best part of any wedding, slating it afterwards. 4 pushy brides, 4 very different weddings, 1 dream honeymoon. What happens when 4 brides agree to judge each other's weddings? They're total strangers with totally different tastes, but each is so convinced they're having the perfect wedding, they're staking their honeymoon on it. Welcome to 4 Weddings, where getting married is a real competition. In each episode, 4 brides give their frank opinions on each other's big day. They'll be judging the venue, the food, the overall presentation, and of course, the dress. In a tense finale, only the bride whose wedding is judged the best will win the fantasy 5-star honeymoon. Let the catfight commence. Coming up on 4 Weddings. Right, let's meet our first bride, 29-year-old Kate from Norwich. And this girl knows a thing or two about weddings.
I've been a wedding planner for 7 years. I know what makes a wedding work and what makes a wedding a catastrophe.
Kate may be experienced at judging weddings, but she's made a rather unusual decision about her own special day.
My fiancé, Jamie, and one of my ladies who I work with, Julianne, are planning my whole wedding as a surprise for me.
So, what's Jamie got up his sleeve?
The wedding itself is going to be situated in a lovely barn conversion up in North Norfolk. When myself and Kate walk into the barn, we'll be confronted by, hopefully, dry ice on the floor, crystal trees on the tables. We've got a singer, obviously we've got the DJ, disco ball, plenty of lighting and plenty of fun.
If Jamie messes up, he'll be dead meat.
How romantic. But what don't you want from your wedding day, Kate?
The weddings I dislike are weddings that are in what I kind of class as a soulless hotel.
I'm getting married in a hotel and my wedding is going to be full of laughter and a big party and I can't wait.
Bride number 2 is school administrator Sarah, and she's expecting a drink-fueled evening at her wedding.
People will be falling on their hands and knees away from the wedding. We better get some door staff, actually. Or that's if we don't get thrown. Can you imagine getting thrown out of the hotel? Because we're too loud. I didn't even think of that.
Sarah's marrying partner of 12 years and father of her 2 children, Brad.
I'm really looking forward to getting married. I can't wait. The only danger is that I'm going to take my clothes off and she might not marry me.
I beg your pardon?
Brad has a tendency to take his clothes off. It is his latest party trick. I'm 100% positive that his suit will come off by the end of the night.
A naked groom and oodles of booze. Surely everyone's cup of tea.
If they don't enjoy the party that we're going to throw, then bollocks to them.
I can't imagine why couples spend all that money and all that time planning a wedding and then get massively drunk and don't remember it.
Nice day for a white wedding.
Our next bride-to-be is white wedding traditionalist Jill from St Albans.
The religious aspect of the wedding is quite important. My mum's a retired Methodist minister and it's really special that she's taking the service. It means the message really sort of hits home, I guess.
And Jill's mum will be marrying her life and dance partner of 4 years, Steve.
I would like our wedding, to reflect our personalities. There will be no cheesy music at the disco. We've got just a couple of records, but if anybody gets caught doing the Macarena, they're going to be dragged off that dance floor.
Ooh, scary. Despite her sexy moves, though, Jill's not one for the limelight.
I don't mind a little bit of attention, but I like to quickly pass it on to other people. The weddings aren't just about the bride.
The bride is the centre of attention. I love being the centre of attention, so that's going to be right up my street.
Welcome, bride number 4, Linda Jane from County Derry in Northern Ireland.
Getting married the day before St Patrick's Day, there will be a small element of an Irish theme running throughout.
To be sure they will, and 18 months in the pipeline, it should run like clockwork.
In regards to the planning, yes, I've been very anal. Even if I have asked somebody else to do something, I've probably 90% of it done. And once they've finished the 10%, I'll go back and check it again.
Well, at least she's 100% sure about who she's marrying. Plasterer, Kevin.
Good luck.
One job I was given was to do the wedding invitations. Apparently I didn't do it up to her standard, so she is now doing them. But they're done right.
Don't worry about that, Kev. At least you'll be able to kick back and have a good old drink to recover.
There might be a cliche that Irish weddings are all about the focus being on the alcohol consumed in the day, but my wedding's not going to be like that. It's going to be sophisticated and elegant and really pretty.
So, Kate has no idea what's in store for her wedding. Fiancé Jamie has booked a barn conversion. Their budget is £5,000. Sarah's having a hotel shindig for 160 people. Her budget is 10 grand. Jill's having a traditional church wedding, and her total budget is £15,000. And Linda Jane wants her St Patrick's Day wedding to be an event. Her total budget is £20,000. Our brides will be attending and judging each other's big day. At the wedding, they'll be scoring the venue, the food, the overall presentation.
Hi. Okay. All right. Nervous?
And last but not least, the dress.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. How are you?
So it's time for all the ladies to finally meet up and find out exactly what they've let themselves in for.
I've got to let you into a bit of a secret.
Okay.
I'm a wedding planner.
I'm a little bit nervous about having a wedding planner at the wedding because obviously this is her line of work. Because it was sort of like a last-minute thing, we just rang the hotel and said, what dates have you got available? And they come up with a few and we just chose.
Sarah is having her wedding in a hotel. It sounds like quite a nondescript branded hotel.
So we're having a church wedding and it's at the Methodist Church and my mum is going to be taking the service.
Oh, wow.
Really?
That'd be sort of like, oh, that lovely, sweet, innocent wedding.
My wedding date is the 16th of March, which is just the day before St Patrick's Day. So hopefully you will be coming over. It's in Ireland. So
I just can't wait to go to Ireland. I'm so excited. That's the thing that I'm most excited about, other than my own wedding, of course. I'm not planning my wedding. My fiancé's doing it. So that's probably why I'm more nervous than I normally would be, because I have no idea.
To hand over complete control, I think, is definitely very ambitious. You are very brave, Gary.
I couldn't have picked 3 nicer girls, which is really bad because I didn't want to like them, because it is a competition.
I think my main competition would definitely be Kate.
After meeting all the other brides, I'm definitely still in it to win it.
I wouldn't ask Kate for any tips on my wedding, no disrespect to her, but me and Brad have decided what we want and we don't need any help from them.
Coming up, the girls get the giggles at Kate's wedding.
I literally turned to her and went, oh, it's Madonna. And then she just started laughing. Sorry.
And Sarah serves up a saucy dessert.
I seen Bradley's bum.
Our 4 brides-to-be have signed up to attend and score each other's big days. The bride whose wedding is judged the best will win an all-inclusive luxury 5-star honeymoon. First up is wedding planner Kate's big day, and she's been brave by leaving all the decisions to fiancé Jamie. For his sake, let's hope he gets it right, as our judges have high expectations.
We have to wear evening gowns or evening dress, so it sounds like it's going to be quite glamorous, fairly formal.
I believe that Kate's husband-to-be is the main organiser of Kate's wedding. I believe that's a very brave step.
Obviously, because we're in the middle of nowhere, I'm just guessing that it's either going to be this great big castle or a big manor house.
Where are we?
Or maybe a barn.
I wasn't expecting that. Hello, how are you?
I didn't really like the outside, but you get inside and it's completely different. It's lovely. But just the outside didn't look like what the inside was going to be like.
Yeah, but it's still a barn.
So you all sorted?
No.
You're not?
Still got a lot to do, yeah.
What about you? Ready to go?
Got a lot to do.
The other brides may have a way to go, but Kate is solely focused on making it up the aisle in one piece.
Ladies and gentlemen, your bride.
You are so beautiful.
It's not too dissimilar to the dress that I have chosen for myself, to be honest. So yes, it's quite in keeping with my taste.
You are so... Jamie and Katie, today you are going to exchange vows and make a public pledge that you are committing yourself to each other for life.
I give you my word and solemn promise that I, as Mrs Mulhall, will support you through good times and bad.
What made me cry was how personal the vows actually were, and they obviously had created them and tailored them for their partner.
You make me happier than I could ever imagine.
I thought it was very romantic and very touching, and I thought it was lovely.
You are husband and wife. Congratulations.
It looks like a good start for Kate, although I get the feeling it won't last that long.
It felt a little bit alien to me not having any sort of singing for everyone in the service. So that's something I would do differently, definitely.
But at least somebody got to sing, one of Kate's mates.
I literally turned to her and went, "Oh, it's Madonna." And then she just started laughing.
That is mine and Brad's wedding song. That's going to be our first dance. So to hear it sung like that really made me laugh, and I was laughing, but I wasn't laughing at her.
Yeah, whatever, Sarah.
Sorry.
So the singer may have hit the right notes, but did the dress strike the right chord?
I personally wouldn't have it, it's nothing like mine. And the coats, I think they're sort of like a bit like Joan Collins look-alike.
Ah, yes, the people of Norfolk are often mistaken for the cast of Dynasty. Wonder if the reception will be that glam.
When I walked down through the door, I think I was like everybody else, absolutely flabbergasted. I mean, the extravagance is absolutely amazing.
It just had this sort of film set feel to it. It isn't something I would do for my wedding. It's way beyond, I think, anything I've ever sort of imagined for my wedding.
Would Brad do this for me? No. I'd have that in the middle. Some table decoration.
Mr. and Mrs Mulhall, Kate and Jamie.
I feel like I'm in a dream world. I actually feel like I'm in a total dream world. I'm so happy with Jamie and Julianne. Jamie is the best husband in the world.
She absolutely loved it, and that's all I want to achieve. And as far as I'm concerned, job done.
Kate might be loving it, but will our judges be loving the food choices?
Starter was delicious. I mean, I'm not a big salmon person, but rocket salad, yeah, worked for me fine.
I don't eat salads or vegetables. It's not that it's not nice, I just personally don't like it, and I don't eat eggs.
Well, you'll be pleased to know there's more vegetables with the roast lamb.
The main was, for me personally, a little bit disappointing. I quite liked the idea of everything that was on the plate, but it was smothered in onions.
The dessert chocolate cake wouldn't be my cup of tea. The raspberries a little bit better, but it was fine.
With the food receiving mixed reviews, it's time to cut the cake and take to the floor for the first dance.
And the only way to say it is say it. It's better.
With classic Boyzone out of the way, it's time to get the party started. With some acoustic guitar?
And I think of all the things you want to do, and in my head I paint a picture.
I was quite surprised when the girl came on to sing and play. She was quite serious, and it just changed the atmosphere, so perhaps it wasn't quite maybe what I'd have chosen for a wedding.
With the dancing scarce, Groom Jamie has a go at some funky floor fillers.
And she believes in me. I'll never know just what she sees in me.
Well, it's definitely not your voice, Jamie. But we all know there's only one thing that will get people's feet, or should I say, arms moving. Right, that's enough of that. What do Kate's friends think about the day?
It's
been the most amazing day, start to finish.
Jamie and Kate deserve to win the honeymoon because they're totally and utterly in love with each other. It's been a great wedding.
Well, it's not down to you, is it? Our brides get to decide who has the best wedding. They'll be judging the venue, the food, the dress, and everything else in the overall presentation.
When the doors opened, my mouth was on the floor and I just thought how pretty. To be honest, the smoke was a bit much, it got down my throat. I score the venue 6 out of 10.
The menu surprised me because we hadn't been asked for any choices. They didn't actually know whether any of us had any sort of particular allergies or whatever. I'd give the food 6 out of 10.
My expectations for Kate's wedding would have been something that was very high calibre, and I have to admit the day was absolutely brilliant. I believe the competition's definitely on. It'll definitely encourage me to up my ante, but I think that I can handle the pressure.
On to wedding number 2, and bride Sarah is finally walking down the aisle after 12 years with partner Brad.
Are you ready? Are you ready for love? I don't get nervous, but this morning I was up at 5:15. I was nervous.
You may be nervous, but by the sound of it, the other brides don't think there's a reason to be.
As opposed to Katie's wedding, it's just going to be much more relaxed. The people will be dancing much more, the drink will be flowing much more, that type of thing.
Sounds like the party element is very important. Perhaps that's a slightly different balance to my wedding.
She mentioned that she's just picked a venue based on the convenience of it. I hope Sarah is just having a generic, boring hotel wedding, because then ours will be better and we'll get better marks.
Yeah, but it's not that bad, is it?
From the outside, quite unassuming, and come inside and it's actually quite grand.
See, hotel weddings can be very posh. Let's get this show on the road.
He is so happy. I'm not nervous at all.
Every time our eyes meet, this feeling inside me, it's almost more than I can take.
Now, I am required at this point to ask if anyone present knows of a lawful reason why this couple should not be joined in marriage. How long do you want me to wait, Bradley?
The ceremony literally got down to business. But apart from a very, very short preamble, it was straight into the sort of the vows, really.
Promises I make to you today
Are for the rest of my life.
are for the rest of my life.
Congratulations.
That was romantic, it was beautiful.
The dress was a princess cut, which is nice because it comes in and out, and it had nice detail on it, flattered her.
By Jove, I think she actually likes something.
Yeah, it was really pretty.
But it doesn't seem to last long.
Really sick.
Like seasick or something?
Yeah, seasick, that's exactly it. Because there's no windows. I feel like you're on a cruise ship.
Well, let's hope the food doesn't make you feel as queasy. On to dinner. Ooh, wonder if Kate will like the restaurant.
It did lack a certain ambiance. There wasn't any background music and it wasn't like contained conversation bustle, it was quite spread out.
Well, if you don't like the atmosphere, you're bound to hate the starter.
Lovely. The starter was a tomato and pesto soup with assorted bread rolls. Really, really tasty.
My dear God.
In terms of the main, well chosen probably for the group in the room, sort of lots of children and so on.
This chicken, it was well enough cooked, not very exciting.
Do you like it? The dessert was rancid.
Did I enjoy it? I left it on the plate.
With things looking a bit wobbly for Sarah, hopefully Brad's big performance can save the day. No, not that. The speech is...
I absolutely love Brad. He is just a gentle giant.
Yeah, all right, Kate. He's not your husband.
We've had professional help, which obviously we needed.
She has a face that looks permanently worried. So I don't want to comment on that because maybe that's just her face. She did laugh probably twice from the speeches, and that is really the only times I've seen her smile.
Oh, give her a break. It's not like it's meant to be the happiest day of her life or anything.
I just don't like being centre of attention. It just puts my stomach in knots, but I feel fine now. I'm really chilled out.
Well, you may be chilled out, but how about Brad? First dance is coming up.
I'm a bit nervous about it because we haven't practiced it. I tried to get some dance lessons, but no one to teach me. So we're going to wing it.
Wing it? I've practised about 20 minutes
Come here.
ago.
Come here.
Can't do Cotton Eye Joe in my dress.
We practised 20 minutes ago.
Can you get off my foul?
All right.
Oh, just get on with it.
The first dance was absolutely brilliant. In all my years of wedding planning, I've never seen anything quite like it.
Sarah really came to life. Her whole face was animated. She just used that dance floor.
Sarah came out of her comfort zone tenfold. I mean, she was amazing. I loved it. It was brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant.
Steve and I are planning a first dance. We're choreographing it, and it will be very different from that. That's definitely an act to follow.
As we shed a tear from that beautiful moment, as expected, the party really gets started.
Now it's time for everyone to get ready.
Get this party started on a Saturday night. Everybody's waiting for me to arrive.
Yeah, there's still more to come. Trust me.
True, there is a lot more to come. Brace yourselves. And without fail, Brad lives up to his reputation.
In all of the weddings, the hundreds of weddings that I've done, I've never seen anything like it at all.
With everyone hot and flustered, it's time to call it a night.
Safe journey home and a very good night to you all.
But not before the bride scores Sarah's venue, food, dress and overall presentation.
There's just been some elements that have just been a little bit lacking for me that haven't made me feel particularly emotional. I suppose that was what I was hoping for.
The food was not good. It didn't suit me at all. I give the food 5 out of 10.
I'm going to give the venue 5 out of 10 because I felt that it wasn't really that original and I'm not really a big fan of hotel weddings. If I had planned this wedding and it was my wedding, I wouldn't be over the moon with it.
Coming up, emotions run high at Linda Jane's St Paddy's Day party.
Oh, they've done me. Why is it always kids that do ya?
And sparks fly at Jill's traditional white wedding.
Mind your back! Mind your back!
With Kate and Sarah successfully hitched, it's time to head over to the Emerald Isles for Linda Jane's Irish wedding. And the other brides already have in mind what will be in store for them.
I just think it'll be mad, because the Irish are mad and they know how to party.
Because it's the day before St Patrick's Day, I think there'll definitely be a lot of booze flowing. There'll just be a really fun atmosphere.
Today I'm expecting a very big, exciting, romantic, lavish day. So I do think she's probably going to be the main competition.
It's quite a nice church, actually.
It's lovely.
Uh-oh, I'm not allowed in.
Why's that?
No dogs.
Your words, Kate, not ours. Anyway, time for the ceremony. Better stay on your leash.
This is a lovely church inside. It's really light.
Once, twice, 3 times a lady.
She's gone quite big on the dress, and I just didn't think she would. I just thought she'd be more sleek.
She did look beautiful. She should be a model. She's stunning. Bitch.
Meow.
Kevin and Linda Jane.
Well, I'm afraid you're going to be seeing a lot more of that dress, Sarah, as it looks like you're going to be here for a while.
Just looking back, we was in there a long time. I don't think I could have had a long service like that. I don't think my girls would have stood there for an hour. I don't think I could have.
It was quite long, and it felt like a lot of dedication and prayers and so on.
You take Kevin as your husband, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and health, all the days of your life.
I do.
In a Catholic wedding, it just feels a bit like we're observing what's going on rather than participating. But I think in our service, there's going to be a bit more of sort of congregation being involved in the proceedings.
Hello, congratulations. Another one bites the dust.
Well, there's going to be a bit more observing, as the reception is a wee distance from the church. In fact, it's so far from the church that our hungry judges decide to make a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
I was hungry, I held my hands out, so I did ask the driver to stop.
We hadn't eaten since breakfast, and I think we all realised actually lunchtime had been and gone. We weren't sure if it was going to be an evening sit down, and we just didn't think we could last, so we stopped for a snack.
So, over an hour after leaving the church, the girls finally arrive at the reception. But was it worth the wait?
It is amazing. It's beautiful, I love it.
I'm maybe a little bit disappointed that it's not something that's unique to Ireland, which is maybe what I was expecting.
Wow, look at the top table.
Lovely, isn't it?
You walk in and it's just stunning. I nearly cried when I walked in here. It's just, I don't know how to explain it.
Well, maybe Sarah can.
I love the colour green, this colour.
I like
lovely, isn't it?
It's not a bogey green, is it? Like dark, it's a nice colour green.
That's right. Every little girl dreams of a bogey-coloured wedding. At last, the bride and groom arrive in non-bogey apparel. And dinner can finally be served at 9 p.m.
Thank you. To start, chose the fish, the salmon, which was really fresh and lovely.
Main course was beef. It was the biggest bit of beef I've ever seen. It was lovely. Potatoes were lovely, but it was too much. I couldn't eat it all, and that is saying something for me.
The dessert was a selection which included everything from sort of apple pie to a cheesecakey thing and an ice cream and limey, zesty thing.
Do you like it?
No, taste that sauce. Feta roll was lovely, melted in your mouth, but there was this green sauce on the side, and it was so sour, it blew my head off, really.
I didn't like the lime sauce. It was a reaction.
It was only a lime thing. It was no big deal.
Limes may not be a big deal, but they are green, and the Irish are fond of green. And do you know what else they're fond of? Limb-defying dancing.
For us coming from the UK to see that, it was fantastic. It brought a tear to all of our eyes, I think, especially Sarah.
The mums of them kids should be very, very proud, because I know I would be. Oh, they've done me. Why is it always kids that do you?
Come on, Sarah. They weren't that bad. Finally, it's the newlyweds' turn to dance.
I've had a ball. I loved it. I just love being the bride. I think that my tendencies to be a perfectionist have definitely paid off, and although I've been hard work at times, the attention to detail has definitely paid off.
Absolutely wonderful, really good time. It's been a fantastic wedding, very relaxing, full of fun and just great.
With the party finally getting in full swing and gone midnight, the long day takes its toll on the other brides and they decide to call it a night.
I feel a bit bad tonight because I'm absolutely knackered.
Yeah, I'm
Normally
tired.
I'd
It's been a long
be
day.
partying hard. We're about 3 hours behind on our average wedding schedule. Myself and the brides are starting to flag a bit. It's been a really, really long day. I'm quite ready to go to bed.
Well, please try and stay awake long enough to score Linda Jane's venue, food, dress and overall presentation.
The venue's lovely. I would have had my wedding there. It was very, very nice. I'm going to give 8 out of 10.
I really liked the church venue. I thought, oh, this is really sort of lovely to look at. So it did make it feel a bit more special, and it felt different from the other weddings.
I was really shocked at Linda Jane's choice of dress. I felt it was quite plain. She has a fantastic figure, and the dress, if she had been to a designer, could have shaped her body a lot better.
3 down, 1 to go, and it's Jill's turn to get married in a good old-fashioned way. Although there will be one thing slightly different.
Jill's mum, she said that she's a minister, that she's taken the service for her, and I think that's really lovely. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Lovely idea.
Today's wedding would be probably slightly quieter than the likes of mine, Linda Jane's and Sarah, because we're all quite loud.
In comparison to mine, I would imagine that it's going to be a much quieter affair, not so much dancing and drinking and partying. I think it's going to be much more subdued.
It would be wise to point out at this stage that it is in fact Jill getting married and not Linda Jane, despite what her dress may suggest. Hopefully, the actual bride can act as a distraction.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
When she first walked in, I had a bit of tear in my eye because she looks beautiful. Her dress suits her, and her makeup and hair looks fantastic. I was shocked, taken aback at how beautiful she looked.
You're beautiful, it's true. I saw your face.
We meet together in the presence of God to witness the marriage of Stephen and Jill.
I think that because it was her mother that was marrying the two of them, that was very personal and very sweet.
Let us pray. Gracious God, your generous love surrounds us, and everything we enjoy comes from you.
They weren't holding hands, they weren't looking at each other when they said their vows. It was all about God. I don't think the wedding was about them two.
Oh well, maybe some singing will bring that personal touch.
Singing.
Oh, come on, laughing again.
Sarah doesn't go to church, so I think for her she was just a little bit out of her comfort zone. So every time she got a little bit of a giggle, I sang louder to wind her up.
I was laughing because of LJ and Kate were singing in my ear hole, and that didn't sound too clever, to be honest.
I therefore proclaim that they are now husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
I wanna kiss the bride, yeah.
Jill's dress was lovely. Really nice, probably the best one out of all of us. I really liked it, actually.
So, the dress seems to have put Jill in a good position. But what will they make of the reception venue? And the brides? Yes, plural.
She looks like a bride. That's what Sarah just said as well. She looks like a bride.
Congratulations, everybody.
Now
we're all married.
If I was the bride and someone turned up to my wedding and dressed like that, I don't know if I'd be overly impressed.
Well, it doesn't look like Jill's noticed, so let's focus on the venue, shall we?
Yeah, this is certainly a venue that I'd recommend. It's very tasteful, it's nice.
Have you ever heard of the saying, don't judge a book by its cover?
I was actually quite disappointed with the ring.
I don't think the venue's big enough, to be honest.
I was disappointed that it was all long table sprigs. I could speak to Sarah, Linda Jane and one other lady, but couldn't really that easily converse with anybody else on the table.
Mr. and Mrs. Stephen and Jill Wise.
Oh, that's a nice little bow. Wonder if the food deserves that sort of ovation.
I had taken the melon, a light starter. It was presented very well and tasted as melon should, so it was fine.
Salmon was really, really nice. The crushed potato underneath was a little bit hard, but the roast potatoes were delicious. Really nice.
What's yours like? You don't like it? My dessert was burnt. And it wasn't just me being fussy because the other girls checked, and it was definitely burnt.
There was nothing bad about the food. I ate it all. In comparison to my own, I think that mine would have been on a different level altogether. I think mine would have been the superior meal.
Somebody's getting a bit full of herself, but is it all hot air? Which, ironically, is what Jill's actually after.
The latest fad at weddings is sky lanterns. It says you're not to operate them unless you're a fully trained fire person. So I tell all of my bride and grooms, no, you're not having it. It's dangerous. The guests were running away. They're nearly getting their dresses burnt. No, it wasn't special. It was a kerfuffle. Sarah, be careful. Sarah!
We lit ours and it just ran along the floor and 2 kids were in the way and I don't run very often. Nice idea. I don't think it really worked.
It's in the bushes! It's in the bushes! Will that set fire?
Oh shit! I've just set that man's car to the light! Oh! I've been looking at him in the thing when bloody hell's that thing up on that tree!
Dangerous, dangerous. Move the camera up to that tree. And it's a light.
Do you know what else is on fire? The dance floor.
It's been a lovely day from the sort of moment we got in the car, really. And I've just loved every minute.
Shake your ass.
This is out of 10, 15, 20. I mean, I did not expect this at all.
Neither did we, Steve. Are you sure you met at dance classes?
A lark and a dove.
Yeah, enough now. I've had too much to drink, I think.
Please let there be love.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr.
I think the day has been really nice. It's like you've got 2 people who obviously want to be together. We've known Steve for years, haven't we? Many, many years.
Far too long.
Yeah.
What? Surely you can't know this man for long enough. With the party in full flow and shapes being thrown, it's time for the girls to hit the dance floor.
Well, if you can't beat them, join them. Do you want to go around? No, thank you.
Or just go to bed and score Jill's venue, food, dress and overall presentation.
The reception room was too small and I personally didn't like the way that the tables were laid out because we had our backs to them. I'm going to give 5 out of 10 for the venue.
There wasn't anything particularly bad, so I'm not scoring the food low, but it wasn't a 9 or a 10. 7 would suit the food for a decent score.
Today has been slightly flat. There's not been anything for us to get involved in or an emotional high. I felt it just didn't have the same sparkle that the other weddings have had.
Coming up, find out which one of our brides will be jetting off on a luxury 5-star honeymoon.
There is someone in there.
Is this the one?
Can't even breathe anymore.
4 brides, 4 weddings, each claiming their day was unbeatable in an attempt to win a luxury 5-star honeymoon. They attended each other's weddings and had to score the days, judging the venue, the food, the dress and the overall presentation.
When it came to the main course, I was just a bit disappointed. I'd give the food 6 out of 10.
The day pretty much lived up to my expectations that it would pretty much be a generic hotel wedding. I'm going to give the venue 5 out of 10.
Linda Jane's wedding was predictable. It was the whole Irish theme. Everything was green. The cake was green, the flowers had green in. It was just green.
I thought that the day was going to be very sedate, and it was. That's exactly how it came across.
Now the judging is complete and all the scores have been added up, the brides have gathered to find out the results.
If I were to give my own wedding a score, I would give it top marks right across the board. I had the best day of my life.
We had a fantastic wedding. I mean, our day just brings smiles to our faces, and that's what counts.
My wedding day was my perfect day. I had a brilliant time. It was fantastic, and I wouldn't have changed anything.
It was absolutely perfect, and there's nothing that I would have changed. It was just a magical day, and I think it was the best day out of them all.
The only thing the girls have been told is that the winning bride's groom is on his way.
There is someone in there.
Is this the one?
Can't even breathe anymore. I'm so nervous.
I know, it's just your body almost goes into like shutdown mode to protect yourself, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, which bride's wedding was judged the best? Who'll be walking away with the luxury 5-star honeymoon? It's time to find out.
And how nerve-wracking this really is. I really feel like I'm going to chuck up.
You'll be right.
Be fine.
Well done, well done.
Thank you. I can't believe it. You can't. Oh, Kevin. I can't be crying. Oh, my God.
So, Jill's wedding was judged the worst. She received 16 out of 30 for her venue, 22 out of 30 for her dress, and 21 out of 30 for her food. The overall presentation of her day scored her 32 out of 60, giving her a total score of 91 out of 150. In third place was Sarah's wedding. She scored 16 out of 30 for her venue, 19 out of 30 for her dress, and 15 out of 30 for her food. Her overall presentation scored 44 out of 60, giving her a total of 94 out of 150. Wedding planner Kate came in second place. She scored 20 out of 30 for her venue, 21 out of 30 for her dress, and 19 out of 30 for her food. Her overall presentation got her 46 out of 60, giving her a total of 106 out of 150. So Linda Jane came first by scoring 23 out of 30 for her venue, 19 out of 30 for her dress, 20 out of 30 for her food, and 46 out of 60 for her overall presentation, giving her a winning total of 108 out of 150.
Congratulations, you won a luxury 5 to the beautiful islands of Bermuda. Oh my God!
Well done. Well done. Obviously, you're a little bit disappointed you're not flying off to Bermuda, but we had a fantastic day and we loved every minute of our wedding.
I would have really liked to have won. I do think that we're at a disadvantage because we went first, because there's no benchmarks to set it against.
For me personally, my wedding was the best day. I didn't lose, I gained a husband, so as far as I'm concerned, I'm a winner.
The fact that I planned for 18 months to hold off an absolutely fantastic wedding day that everybody thoroughly enjoyed has been an emotional ride, but it has paid off, so I'm delighted.